It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion. This is for Thursday, the 22nd of December. I'm Michael Groff. The weather turning extremely cold east of the Rockies. And hey, 32 years ago today, we had snow in Phoenix, so just about anything is possible, although no snow and no cold for us. Chamber of Commerce weather all the way through Christmas and the first half of next week. But a change in the weather pattern is coming our way as well. So a lot of weather events happening. Let's get in there and talk about it first. Get you a look at this. This is the shot from the National Weather Service in Fairbanks, Alaska yesterday. The winter solstice happening. And that was the look at solar noon, the point at which the sun is at its highest in the sky. And that occurred at 12:48 local time in Fairbanks. And the sun, well, yeah, it's barely above the horizon, just 2 degrees above the horizon. Here in Phoenix on the winter solstice, we get our sun about 33, a little over 33 degrees above the horizon. So it's pretty low in the sky, but from this point forward, the days will start to get longer. Of course, we won't really notice that here for a while. In Fairbanks, you notice pretty quickly. By the way, they are experiencing bitterly cold temperatures up there too, around 30, 40 degrees below zero. And that's without the wind chill. Oof. All right. Looking at our almanac from yesterday, nothing like that. 66 degrees was the afternoon high. 40 was the low. The normal high, 65, normal low 44. And as we take a look out there right now, here at 9:49 a.m., we've got sunny sky. We're sitting at 48 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew point at 30, humidity 50%, calm wind, barometer is rising. All right, here's the story. The upper level weather pattern across the nation. A major winter storm, the center of which over eastern North Dakota this morning. And the old Arctic Express is cranked up with very deep cross-polar flow all the way from northern Canada on down through the Rockies into the Plain States. And a very pronounced cold front there. Northwesterly flow here, and we're dry with a ridge starting to build in. And you don't have to be a weatherman to spot where the cold front is on this graphic. These are current temperatures across the nation. And yeah, there it is. That line, that cold front is heading into Chicago. It's stretching on down, approaching Little Rock and Waco, Texas. And you can see behind it, 20 degrees below zero at Hettinger and Dickinson, North Dakota. It is 15 below in Bismarck and 10 below Minneapolis, St. Paul. Look at Texas. You got 55 right now in Houston, but it is below zero up in the Texas Panhandle. So that just tells you this is some kind of Arctic blast, the coolest December that they have experienced in some parts of the country since 1989. All right, and the watch warning map. Oh, yeah, those are blizzard warnings for places like Bismarck, Pierre, Aberdeen, Sioux Falls, Des Moines, as well as parts of Michigan, Muskegon up to Grand Rapids, Traverse City, and then Sault Ste. Marie, and then over into upstate New York, Buffalo. Just the lake effect snow machine will get cranked up there. And you've got winter storm warnings for Minneapolis, St. Paul, Milwaukee, Chicago, Indianapolis. And then even further to the south, some winter weather advisories all the way down into Arkansas and Tennessee and parts of Mississippi. And then on top of that, you've got the wind chill warnings and wind chill advisories, and those go all the way to the Gulf Coast. So suffice it to say, this is a major winter storm. Snow will be a big story for the northern plains, not so much a problem in the southeast, just the bitterly cold, and it's going to last for several days before temperatures begin to moderate. Convective outlook for today. We do have a marginal risk of severe storms over parts of the Carolinas and the Florida Peninsula. And here's a look at precipitation around here. This is valid through Thursday morning of next week. Rain amounts in Phoenix have come up a bit now, approaching 1/4 of an inch, a little bit more in the favored higher terrain areas just to our north and east. As our weather pattern will also be undergoing a change, and that's going to come way out toward the end of this period by about day 7 or so. And we could end up being pretty wet for the end of 2022, which wasn't looking all that likely some time ago, but now is appearing more so. And we'll talk about why that is and everything else too as we get to the models right now. Let's take a look at it. This is the GFS 06Z run, 2 o'clock today. Okay, there's our deep trough over the Plain States. And again, that is just the classic Polar Express setup there. And, around here, the heights are actually coming up. We're under the ridge here. So down at the surface, yeah, we're sunny, mild, seasonably so, highs mid-60s. You can see that Arctic blast headed south. Tonight, clear sky, overnight lows 30s to low 40s. And then tomorrow, well, look at this. This is the Arctic blast coming on down. And you can see those temperatures. These are actual temperatures coming off the HRRR model tomorrow morning at 5 o'clock our time. That would be 6 a.m. Central, 7 o'clock in the East. And you can see below zero temperatures, according to the HRRR, all the way down into extreme northern Mississippi and Alabama. Single digits down to Birmingham and Meridian, Mississippi. And even teens down to the Gulf Coast. So, look, it is going to be cold. And then you factor in the wind and below zero wind chills. 20 below zero into northern Alabama and Mississippi. You do not see that very often. Obviously, further to the north across Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, wind chills 30 to 40 below zero. No thanks. But, hey, for the rest of us here in the Southwest, it's bragging rights again. Sunny sky. And high temperatures mid to upper 60s, and that's going to hold into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. And as we go into next week, well, things start to change now. We're going to see this trough beginning to develop, and it's going to push east. And by Tuesday, temperatures around here will be in the low 70s, but that trough is knocking on the door. You can see rain coming into central and northern California up into the Pacific Northwest, snow for the Sierras, the Cascades. And then by Wednesday, models are really becoming more aggressive and more insistent that this will be a fairly deep trough coming into the Southwest. So we're going to start to see moisture on the increase, and we'll introduce a chance of rain into the forecast by about next Wednesday. The timing on this might change a little bit, but it sure looks more likely that unsettled weather will be coming in here. And obviously with that, temperatures will be headed back down towards seasonal averages once again. And we will likely see some snow up north. All right, here's a week from today. This is Thursday, the 29th. Still unsettled weather here. A big ridge now over the east. So a blocking pattern, a high amplitude blocking pattern setting up. And that might keep us unsettled for quite some time. And temperatures below average here. And then going out 10 days. This is Saturday, the 31st, New Year's Eve. And again, troughing really extends from Alaska and the Northeast Pacific down through much of the western continental United States, much of western North America, and then the huge anomalous ridge there for the east. So that's going to potentially keep us cool and periodically unsettled. All right, looking at rainfall for Phoenix out through the 5th of January now, coming off of the European ensemble. And this is for Phoenix. And the ensemble this is quite a turnaround. The trend is way up here. Now the mean precipitation over an inch. And we're seeing some of our members showing 2 and 3 inches of rain. Probably not going to see that much, but this just denotes the trend has completely reversed here. And it is now looking like the end of 22 and the start of 2023 may be wet here. And you know what? We could use the rain. We are not going to complain about that, or at least those of us with common sense will not. All right, looking at temperatures off the national blend of models. And again, we probably will be up around 70 for Christmas Day, and then maybe even in the low 70s Monday and Tuesday. And then temperatures with the increase in clouds and precipitation chances retreat back toward the low 60s out there toward the end of the year and the new year. And that is going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. Hey, where'd my background go? Huh. All right, well. My next video back here tomorrow morning. I hope, I don't know what happened there. All right, anyway, if you enjoy these videos, then be sure to subscribe, like, share, click that notification bell, leave those comments, questions, suggestions. And the executive producer of the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today and always is the one and only Asian sensation, love of a lifetime. She is Michelle. And I know when technical things happen, she probably doesn't want her name on this. All right. Thank you so much for watching. All of your continued support. It is greatly appreciated. Please be safe out there and have yourselves a glorious Thursday.